from... It's the Tom Leykis Show.
Give me a darn break.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing whacker or a convicted felon. No. I am your host. Write down our telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. It's Thursday and time for another edition of Leykis 101.
Well, Leykis 101. Welcome to the class. Spend less dough and get more ass. If baby wants steak, baby gotta wait, cause I ain't spending more than $40 on a date. Buy ya, liquor, don't buy ya beer. She answers the cell phone, disappear. Wanna get laid? Gotta be an asshole. Spike, use prophylactics with Tabasco. Hit it, quit it, no time to spoon. These are the rules of Professor Poon. Got it knocked out, but you're looking to switch. Pull a Hail Mary and jump that bitch. Kiss 101. Welcome to class, son. Kiss 101. Kiss 101. Welcome to class, son. Kiss 101.
It's Leykis 101, the ongoing on-air adult education course that teaches men how to get more tail for less money. Just as importantly, we teach women how men think. I am your professor. This is my classroom. Class is in session. This is where I teach the tenets of Leykis 101. And I'm proud to do so. This summer session of Leykis 101 was necessitated by the fact that many of you with no game thought you knew more than your professor, thought you'd go out there and do your own thing, and then you got your hand slapped, or worse. Many of you have failed this course and have been assigned to this summer class session of Leykis 101. So it is with, of course, great enthusiasm that I review some of the basics of Leykis 101. Many of you misunderstand what we're doing here. Leykis 101 is not a course on how to improve your marriage. This is not how we fix things. You don't fix things for your wife. You don't fix things for your girlfriend. That is not what we do here. It's not. My job here is to help young men get laid. Gay or straight, I don't care. I am here to help young men get laid. I'm also here to help women get laid if that's what they want. You know, women do want to get laid. You're right. Many of you have said it. Girls like sex, too. But the fact is, most women will never admit that, either because they're afraid of what their families will think. They're afraid we'll think that they're sluts. What many women don't understand is, we want you to be a slut. We're not looking to marry you. We just want to bang you. You see what I'm saying? That is all that we want. That's what we want. If you're a slut, please don't hesitate, ladies, to call and tell us why you want to get laid and to ask for advice on how to do it as well. It appears there are women who don't know how to close the deal themselves. We are here to help you do that. Boy, what's easier than closing the deal if you're a chick? Well, guess what? Chicks are not used to going out and initiating contact. They don't know if it's okay to close the deal. I'll tell you all about that. My job is to save you time, money, and energy. Time, money, and energy wasted on trying to get laid by people who will never in your dreams give you what you want. Or they'll dangle you for so long that by the time you do get laid, you will have lost interest. I want to say this to women who know me, or who have known me, or who knew me and then they saw me disappear or drift away. There are women out there right now probably still confused, like, what happened? Whatever happened to him? Wasn't I attractive enough? I love the fact that you don't feel you're attractive enough, because lowering your self-esteem is one of my key points here. But let me say something to some of the women that I have dated. The ones who have tried to hold sex over my head like a carrot. Let me just say this about that. And this is especially important for those of you who are waiting through date number 6 and date number 7 and date number 8 and twiddling your thumbs and being good boys and what have you. Okay? Listen carefully. The more a woman makes you wait, the less she wants sex herself. The less a woman wants sex, the worse the sex is going to be. The length of time you wait to have sex with a woman is inversely proportional to how good the sex is going to be. The best sex I ever have is sex when a woman starts the evening off by saying, you know, nothing's going to happen tonight. Then it does anyway. Then they say, I just didn't want you to think I'm a slut. Darling, I know you're a slut. That's why we're here. You know, there are women who take that stuff literally, like, well, I don't want you to think I'm a slut, so I'm going to make you wait as long as possible. Let me talk specifically to one woman who is out there from years ago, and I know she still listens. I know she's still out there. This was the woman who made me wait. Now, did I keep going on dates with her? No. We never went to a movie. We never went to dinner. Hell, I don't think we ever went out for drinks. I don't think we ever left the house. All right? She would not have sex with me. And at one point it became apparent that she was dating other people. But why was she dating other people? Because the longer she made me wait for sex, the less I called her, the less I saw her. So every once in a while we would have a conversation. It became apparent to me that she was not only dating other people, but having sex with them. So I finally asked her point blank. I said, you know, one time I asked you, darling, I asked you why we weren't having sex. And you told me you didn't want me to think you were a slut. But you don't care if I know that you're a slut with other people? What is that all about? Here's what she told me. She said, I think you're a really good catch. I would love to have had a relationship with you. And that's why I didn't want to give it up too easily to you. So I said, so let me understand. Somebody you don't think very much of, you'll jump into the sack and have sex with him repeatedly. But you think a lot of me, and therefore I should be deprived. Is that right? That was right. I've never seen her since. She knows who she is, and I have never seen her since. I told her, that's it. Stop contacting me. Don't call me. Don't email me. Don't text message me. Forget it. Because if the only guys you have sex with are guys you don't think are good catches, what does that tell us about you and your self-esteem? There's something sick and perverted about that. Somebody you really like a lot, you don't want to have sex with him because you're afraid he'll think you're a slut. But you're perfectly okay with being a slut with other guys you don't like as much. That is mental illness. That is sick. This is why you don't waste time on chicks who make you wait 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dates to get laid. Those who want to have sex with you will jump right into the sack and do it. They will do it. They might say they won't do it, but then they'll do it anyway. And if they don't do it on the first date, they will do it within the first 3. If a woman doesn't have sex with you on the first, second, or third date, that means simply either there is no chemistry between you, or she doesn't like sex that much, or she's probably chunkier than you know, and she's been covering up with layers of clothing. She doesn't want you to see her naked. But whatever the reasons are, the time you're wasting with her is valuable. You could be spending it finding somebody else who'll jump into the sack with you tonight. tonight. You don't do that. There is no waiting around to see if someone's ever going to find you attractive or if they're ever going to put out. You just simply don't do it. You understand what I'm saying? You don't do it. Leykis 101 students, we don't spend more than $40 on a date. 0 is optimum. 0. Spend as little as you can. Avoid dinner if possible. Nothing but booze or whatever you use to chemically alter yourself. That's it. No concert tickets, no sports tickets, nothing you paid for. No taking them to Vegas for the weekend. Oh, they love doing that. They love getting you on the hook for a weekend in Vegas. Then they get there and they go, oh, you know what? Some of my friends happen to be in town this weekend. Do you mind if I spend a little time with my friends? Because they're also in Vegas this week. And you know how the friends also happen to be in Vegas this weekend? They all made a pact. They all were on the phone when you didn't know about it. I think I got this guy on the hook for Vegas. Any chance you're going to be coming to Vegas? Because if you're going to be in Vegas, I'm going to be in Vegas. We don't have to pay a ticket. We're going to go to Vegas. We don't have to pay, and then we can get together. We can, how many calls have we gotten like that from guys? You get to Vegas, and they just so happen to have friends in town. And whether they go off and spend the time with them alone, or they say, come on, let's all get together. Let's all go see Cirque du Soleil. How many of you guys have been there? No weekend trips. Women have figured that one out, okay? This idea, well, we'll take one car, and when I get her up into the cabin by herself, she won't be able to say no because she won't have any way to get back to town. Forget it. They know that one. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your gasoline. Don't waste your money. No Vegas, no log cabins up in the hills. Forget it. You get down and dirty. You get together with them somewhere near home and you say, all right, toots, let's go. What are we doing? What are we doing? Stop wasting your time and money on this stuff, for Christ's sake. And no single mothers, you moron. How many times did we have to tell you? No single mothers. That is just a disaster waiting to happen. And we've told you all the reasons why. All right, now, if you're looking to perfect your game, if you're looking to get laid, if you're looking to spend as little as possible, as little money, time, and energy as possible on these bitches, you call me here at 1-800-5800-TOM, ladies. On the other hand, if you are trying to figure out how guys think, maybe you're angry at your professor for some of the things he teaches in this classroom, 1-800-5800-866 is our telephone number. It's Leykis 101. It's my little love letter to the world. It's my way of showing you how to get laid by expending as little effort or money as possible. Now, all you have to do is dial in.
Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
Sometimes I make a date to go out with them, and I do your rule. I say to them, what time are you having dinner? And then I say, I'll meet you for drinks afterwards. And then when they start demanding dinner to get together, I say, okay, let me make a reservation. And I call them back, and I say, look, I'm going to meet you at the restaurant. Get all dressed up and go to the restaurant. The only problem is I never show up.
It's Leykis 101 on the Tom Leykis Show.
It's Leykis 101 with your professor at 1-800-5800-TOM. Thomas, fellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a cavity search and stuff about my girl.
What?
The relationship been going on and off and stuff, man.
What did I say? What did I say at the beginning of this class?
Man, I wasn't in, man. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I forgot. But yeah, my problem has been on and on.
No, let's review. I'm not here to fix your relationship. You're 22 years old. Why do you have a relationship?
I got popped out a baby. Came.
Why did you do that?
She said she wasn't pregnant. She didn't.
Why did you have sex without a condom?
Yeah, I don't know. I was.
And then why did you turn it into a relationship?
It was an off and on. It was just.
There should never be on. Period. Period.
She felt lonely, and then when she came
I
over...
don't give a rat's ass how lonely she felt. That's not your problem. Yeah, who gives a rat's ass about her? Who cares about her?
Yeah, true.
Why do you care about her?
So she has my baby.
Who cares?
Yeah.
And why are you having a baby, you loser? Why?
I don't know. The baby was...
Where was the... No. Where was the condom?
The condom, I don't know. I guess they ripped.
No, you were not using a condom. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I used the condom, but in a way, I didn't feel nothing, so I had to take it off.
So you were not using a condom?
Yeah, I was using the condom in the beginning.
No, you're supposed to be using it when you're ejaculating. Do you understand? That's when you're supposed to be using it.
True.
So you were not using a condom?
Yeah, I was using it, but...
No, you were not using it at the time. I could wear a condom right now. So what?
Yeah, true, yeah.
From the beginning of intercourse to the end, you're supposed to be wearing a condom.
Yeah.
So why weren't you?
I don't know. We were
What do you mean you don't know? You made the decision.
We were drunk. I didn't know what to do.
You didn't know what to do?
Nah.
Well, you know what you're going to do now? You're going to make 216 consecutive payments.
Man.
For 30 seconds of ejaculate. Was it worth it?
No.
Yeah, you're a moron.
Yeah, true.
And I don't give a rat's ass about your stupid relationship. You're an idiot to have a relationship.
All right.
Who cares what she thinks?
Yeah.
You probably live with her, too.
Yeah, I do.
Idiot. Think it's funny?
Yeah, in a way.
What's so funny?
I don't know.
216 months. Do you own a car?
I used to. It got impounded.
I'll bet it did. Did you have a car loan?
No, I didn't have a car loan. It was paid in debt in full.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, it got repoed in a way.
How could it get repoed if you paid for it in full?
Because she was talking about we needed diapers and stuff, and I still had a couple more months to go, and then after that, she said talking about she was down on house payments and stuff.
House payments? Who owns a house?
It's a rental. It's under her name, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And why are you living there?
Because I have nowhere else to go.
So in other words, you're a complete loser. You got no career. You didn't go to college. You have sex without condoms. No. You're just a complete and utter loser.
True.
So you have exactly what you deserve. You're living with your baby mama who's telling you she's suspicious of what you're doing out there. Yeah, loser. True. Loser. You're already a prisoner at 22 years old. Good luck.
Not really. I could have anytime I feel like it, though.
Yeah, right. Sure you can. Why don't you? Because I feel sorry for her because she's lonely. You're an idiot.
But I can't. I don't want to leave my baby behind.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So then don't be calling talk shows. You're a prisoner. You volunteered to be in prison. Have fun. Live it up. 216 monthly payments. How old that kid?
She's 3 months.
3 months. So you only have 213 payments to go.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, but hey, I ain't got no good paying job right here, you know what I'm saying?
Whose fault is that?
That's my, in a way, it's not really my fault.
Not in a way. Who didn't go to school?
I did.
Who didn't?
I did.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to school in Moreno Valley, Cali.
What school is that?
Moreno Valley High School.
No, I'm talking about college, son.
I never went to college.
That's because you're stupid or you're not motivated, right?
Yeah, true.
Right, because you went to Bonham Young University.
Yeah.
Right. Well, great. Was it worth it? Now you can't find a job. There's a recession and you can't find a job.
Yeah, true.
Loser, loser, loser!
That's how you feel?
That's what you are.
All right, my dude. Hey, can you take me out with a bone rip and thank you, Jesus?
All right.
Thank you, Jesus.
1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Reese is listening to the online stream in Phoenix. Hello.
How's it going, Tom?
Great.
So my situation is about 9 months ago, I met a girl online.
In what city? In what city?
Say that again?
In what city?
Oh, she lives in California, and I was living on the East Coast.
Okay.
So basically, I had moved out to the East Coast for a job, and I was out there for a while. Didn't really know anyone out there. Didn't have many friends. I was in a small town, so I was talking a lot online. I met this girl, and we just kind of started a relationship. I came home for Christmas.
You are how old?
22.
When did you become a student here?
I was a student. I have not finished school yet. I took a break because I had this job.
a student in this class, Leykis 101.
I was a student about a month ago. My buddy Diaz turned me on to you.
And what do we say about people who are 22 and have relationships?
They're idiots.
Right. And you have a relationship.
Yes.
Therefore?
I am an idiot.
Right.
So,
and what did I say at the beginning of this class about helping people fix their relationships?
You're not going to help them fix their relationship.
We don't do that. Our students don't have relationships.
That's correct.
So why are you still living there?
Well, she moved out here from California, and I moved back to Phoenix about 3 months ago.
You're from Phoenix?
I moved back to Phoenix.
You are from Phoenix?
I'm from Phoenix originally, yes.
But you were in California before that?
No, I was in Pennsylvania. She was in California.
I see. And so you were in Phoenix until, what, a year ago?
I was in Phoenix till a year ago, and I moved back to Phoenix 3 months ago.
All right.
So
let me guess. How's it going, Ace?
It's going rough.
Hey. And what is your question?
Well, here's the thing. So basically, when I moved back to Phoenix, she met me at the airport. She drove all the way from California, and she met me at the airport in Phoenix to pick me up. And the day that I got home to Phoenix, we signed a lease in both of our names to move in together. But she wasn't actually going to move.
At that point, how much time passed from when you first met her at Sky Harbor Airport to the time you signed the lease? How much time was that?
Well, no. I had met her before. I've been out to California and visited, and she's been out to Pennsylvania visiting me. This wasn't the first time.
How many times?
I've been out to California. I was out to California 3 times, and she was out to Pennsylvania twice.
Total number of days together?
Probably cumulative amount of about 3 weeks.
That's not a lot of time, son.
No, it's not.
That was not a good idea. You did not have a relationship.
You're right. I did not have a relationship. I forced a relationship.
There we go. So what is your question?
So basically, I tried to get out of this relationship a while ago, and it was after we had signed the lease, about 3 or 4 weeks after, when I realized, because with me being in Phoenix, she would come out from Cali a lot, and we'd spend more time together. So
she did not move to Phoenix.
No, yeah, right. She didn't move immediately because we couldn't actually move into our apartment for another month and a half. They had to prepare it. So she was still in California, and she would come out like every other weekend. And we started getting in a large amount of fights just because, we didn't really...
You got into a large amount of fights because you are two strangers who don't know each other.
Right.
You don't even know if you're compatible. And you're 22 years old. How old is she?
She's 20.
Yeah, right. Of course you're fighting.
Yeah.
So what is your question, son?
So basically, I tried to get out of it before. She pinned it on me that she's still going to move out here anyway because her name was on the lease. So like a week before she moved out, we ended up getting back together just because it made sense.
You understand, son, if you had any life experience, which at 22 you got very little, you could have gone to the landlord and you could have said, you know what, relationship's not working out. What would it take to get out of this lease? Can you start looking for a tenant and I'll keep living here in the meantime until you find somebody?
Right.
You could have done that.
I could have.
Wouldn't that have made more sense than trying to continue this charade of a relationship?
Yes, it would have.
Why didn't you do that?
Because I'm an idiot.
You're an immature idiot who thought you were a big boy, and in reality, you're still a little boy.
Yep.
Right. All right. So keep going.
So my thing is now is that, you know, everything is like okay, depending on the day, but there are times when I want to go out and have fun because I'm 22 years old, but yet I kind of feel bad because I really can't because I'm living with this girl.
Define having fun. Does that mean having sex with other women?
Yes.
All right, well, if you wanted to have sex with other women, why were you so desperate as to fall into a relationship, son?
Because I'm an idiot, again.
All right. So you see who is responsible for all of this?
Yes, that'd probably be me.
That would be definitely you.
Yeah. So, I mean, my whole thing right now is that I want to get out of this, but I don't want to hurt her because...
Oh, stop it. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to her and you're going to tell her this clearly isn't working out. And then you're going to go to the landlord and try to see if you have any options open to you.
Right.
And you're going to tell him that you're not going to skip town. You're not going to be a deadbeat. The reason you're coming to him is because you're a stand-up guy and you want him to know what's going on. What's going on is you moved in with your girlfriend and it's not working out.
And
so you're not just going to disappear and you're not a deadbeat. Rather than being a deadbeat, you wanted to come and put yourself at the mercy of the court and see if he can just find another tenant for your apartment.
Well, the thing is I kind of laid in a backup plan just in case. Her best friend moved out here with her boyfriend.
That's not good enough because your name is on the lease.
So is hers. My
and
name,
yours.
Girlfriend's name, and her best friend's name is all on the lease.
Her girlfriend's name is on the... But your name shouldn't be on the lease. If your name is on the lease, you have to get it off the lease.
I can do that.
You can?
I can.
Then do it. And get out. And stop worrying about her feelings. Worry about your feelings. You feel like crap.
Well, I mean, it depends on the day. There's good days and there's bad days.
What good days can there be in a situation like this? Days when you had sex with her?
Every day, pretty much.
That's great. And by the way, what kind of birth control are you using?
Oh, gosh, she just switched again.
No, you.
Oh, you? Me?
You.
None.
None. Right. So trust me, son, when she gets wind that you're on the way out, pregnancy is next on the horizon.
I don't think that's going to happen. She's not that
everybody who calls this show says they don't think it's going to happen, and then it does.
Well, I'll be sure to call back if it does.
Why don't you just start using a goddamn gun? Why don't you stop having sex with her, for Christ's sake?
I started that method.
How about the not having sex with her method?
I'm starting.
No. You start immediately.
All right.
No more sex. You want her to know it's over.
Okay.
So, when I hurt her feelings. Oh, shut up.
I mean... well, so you think I should just break up with her immediately?
I think you need to tell her that this isn't working out and that you're going to be taking your name off the lease.
Should I give her some time? Should I hang out and be a friend?
How quick? Tell me how you can get your name off the lease. You talked to the landlord and he said he would take your name off?
No, it's a company that does, they have apartments. So basically you can bring someone on the lease and you can take them off using the roommate addendum. But since her best friend's already on it, and we're actually about to get her best friend's boyfriend on the lease, then
why don't you take yourself off first?
Yeah.
Then, once you take your name off the lease, you know what? Here's what I would do. Do you have a place to move?
I could move in with my dad for a month.
Great. Do you have a place to store your things?
Yep.
All right. First, take your name off the lease. Don't tell her. Once your name is safely off the lease, pick a day when she's not at home. And you are. and take all your things out of there.
Okay.
And then move in with your dad for a month while you figure out where you're going to live next.
True. I mean, the bad thing is most of the stuff that's there, because I moved across the country, we all bought together. So it's like 50-50 mine and hers. I wouldn't mind just giving that, I mean, just leaving that stuff to her.
Well, you're a fool, but yeah, okay. How about the stuff that's yours?
Well, I mean, there's not a TV and my laptop.
What about clothing? You don't have clothing?
Oh, yeah, all my clothes, of course.
What, do you have an iPod?
Yes.
Yeah. Computer?
Well, yeah, that stuff.
All of it. Out.
All right.
Son, this is serious business we're talking about here.
My only fear is that if I don't do this, then I'm going to get stuck in a further relationship that I want to be in at 22.
You should be getting out, and don't be getting into another one. If you're lonely, tough it out.
Yeah.
Don't you have friends?
Plenty.
Then why would you ever be lonely?
I'm not lonely. I mean,
you
I
said that. That's your word.
No. I said I was lonely when I was in Pennsylvania.
If you're ever lonely again, don't start another relationship.
All right.
This is not open for debate with her. If you have a way of getting your name off the lease, you do it without telling her. You get your stuff out of there, and then you don't tell her where you're going. Do you understand?
Yep.
This is where it takes a real man.
Well, she'll probably know where I'm going.
Why?
Should I go elsewhere? I mean, she'll know that I'm going to my dad's house. That's the only
How will
place.
she know that?
Huh?
How will she know that?
Because he lives less than, like, a mile away.
So what? That's a big area.
True.
Was she a stalker? Is she going to be driving by?
Probably.
And then, by the way, you're only going to live with your dad until you find a new place to live anyway.
I know.
And you're not going to tell her where that is. And she's not going to have your phone number. And you have caller ID, and you're not going to pick up the phone, no matter how much of an immature little boy you are, and you feel like you're obligated to pick up the phone when you see her name on the caller ID, you're not going to do it.
All right.
You're going to be a man, you're going to take your name off the lease, you're going to take your stuff out of the apartment, and you're not going to look back.
So pretty much I'm going to burn this bridge with this girl.
Burn it. Pour gasoline on it.
All right.
I'm telling you, you're going to be like that caller earlier with a baby.
Oh, no. That's
Watch.
not going to happen.
Watch. If you have sex with her again, I'm telling you.
All right.
Why would you leave it in a woman's hands to decide whether or not she wants to get pregnant? Why would you let her decide that?
I trust her. She'll get an abortion.
You're an idiot to trust her.
I guess you're right. I guess you shouldn't trust women.
You shouldn't trust anyone.
Not even my own mother?
People will do what is in their own best interest. And if she thinks having a relationship with you is in her own best interest, she'll do whatever she has to do to make that happen.
I'll have to agree on that one. She's already pulled that one on me.
What did she pull on you?
Well, the fact that we broke up, and then she said she was still moving out because she was on the lease. And that's I mean, if she would have just, like, dumped everything right there and not worried about it, it would have been over.
Right.
But she didn't. She was persistent.
And you let her do it.
I did.
Idiot.
True story.
Back out of this driveway and don't ever come back.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Good luck to you.
1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Oh my God, I cannot handle this anymore. I don't know what to do with these bitches over here. You know, why don't more people listen to you? Just hump them and dump them.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. Leykis 101. I am your professor. 1-800-5800-TOM. That is our telephone number. Stephanie, you're on with your professor. Hello.
Hey, how's it hanging?
Hanging right, Stephanie, as usual.
Oh, it's been a long time, honey. I've talked to you about 10 years ago. I just called to say to all these people, well, first of all, what a guy you are. Because the last two calls, I don't think I could have done that. I could not go through that punishment. And I love how they do it, though. It is funny to watch them fall. And it is funny to watch you trap them. And they fall for it. There's so many stupid people. You could probably work for another 10 years. Easy.
I've been working for this many as it is.
Oh, I know, but it's so much more out there. Because, you know, you can't change stupid and you can't change, can I say B? Or is that no? That word. You can't change those. Those two people in the world, stupidity and the B, they're unchangeable. That's just how they are. Yeah, and they want help, but, you know, God bless you because you try. You have far more patience than I do.
Let me tell you what these callers want. Here's what they want me to say.
Oh, wow. Wait, can I say one thing? Because these guys don't know how long I've been listening. My children were raised on you, and my youngest is 21. Wow. And I'm proud to say they're not stupid. And they didn't like it. My daughters hate you. Of course they do, because they're the chicks that you're talking about. And the guys that came over and Leykis was on at that particular moment got a real enlightening. I think they were ready to hit the door. And, you know, those little footsteps you do? Oh, yeah. Yeah, because you were saying it. Oh, my girls hated you. Now, they listen. 34 and 23. And they're getting it, finally. But it has to come from you. I don't mean nothing. I don't know anything about anything. Just you. So I give it to you. I give it up. I just say, I love you. I just love you. And if these guys can't get it, it's funny to watch them go down, though. I am going to laugh on this one because it's so easy. And sometimes, like, I see you set people up, and they're so easy to do. You know, I deal with them, too. And I love it. I have fun all the time. Sometimes I have to walk away in a room and close the door because I have to laugh.
I love that.
Well, don't you?
Well, let me tell you what these callers want. The last two callers, here's what they want, okay? Let me give you an example of what these guys want. Here's what they want. They want me to say, wow, you're 19, and you've got a baby mama, and you've got 2 kids, and you've got no job, and she yells at you all the time, but you want to know something? It sounds to me like you, too, are the exceptions to the rule. Sounds to me like it's true love. And even though she's constantly accusing you of things...
I just got a tequila for you.
Even though the two of you don't get along, even though you fight all the time, even though money is tight...
A shot. It just came back up a little bit, but it was good. What I want to tell you is that you could play that same deal over and over and over again. I mean, over and over. I can tell you word for word what you say to everybody. But I listen every day anyway, because there are new fools, and it is funny.
And there's new generations of fools. That's the most amazing thing. Thank you, Stephanie, for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. Here comes Chaz on Leykis 101 with your professor. Hello.
How you doing, Professor?
How you doing, Chaz?
I'm doing good. I haven't talked to you in a long time. The last time I talked to you, we were talking about the way who's responsible for birth control, the women or the men. And I really pissed off this black chick, and I thought it was funny as hell. So did you. But hey, man, I've got a couple of scenarios to let some of these dumbass guys know around here. Number one, I got married back when I was, I guess, 24, 25 for the second time. And this girl was awesome, man. I had 2 kids with her. That my kids, for some reason, they turned out to be the most respectful, the most beautiful, the most wonderful children. All right, I would never change that. But she cheated on me with this goofball from Canada. She turned around and crapped out 2 kids with him, and then she cheated on him with her sister's husband and crapped out 2 kids with him.
Sounds like a great woman.
Hey, man, you know, we just need to, like, put a label on her, stick her in the cannon, and bomb Iraq with her. Trust me, her ass is big enough to devour the whole country. You know, and that's Tony. Now, my wife now, which I'm divorcing, and guys, you really need to listen to this, because if you're doing something similar, you need to shoot yourself. But man, I married this girl, and I knew her back. We were having sex when she was 13 and I was 16. We were way young. We ran into each other about 5 years ago. Turned around and we got married and everything. And man, she left me standing down in Clear Lake, down in Houston, in Seabrook. Moved up to Lake Dallas. She left me in Lake Dallas, so I came back with her to be in Dallas, and then we shot out to L.A., and she left me at a skydive club in Paris Valley, California, and drove back to Texas and left me standing out in the middle of the desert. Finally, I got the nuts to get the money up and divorce her ass.
Well, I'm glad you finally did, for God's sake.
The Tom Leykis Show.